YouTube above average Cody here, and in case you missed the 4.5-hour live stream this past Saturday, we hosted our first ever HCS watch party here on the channel. I know what you're thinking, Cody, I've been watching you stream for years now. You mean to tell me you just now did an HCS watch party? The answer is yes, because I was always afraid to run into copyright trouble, but due to the insane amount of requests from you guys, the viewers, to host one, we full sent it this weekend. So I figured I'd do a quick little video to talk about how much fun it was or wasn't, and then, of course, whether or not I did have any copyright issues. I sadly did. They weren't that bad, though. And then, of course, whether or not I plan to do another one in the near future. So without further ado, guys, subscribe. And let's get right into the nitty-gritty here. I'm going to first start off with how much fun it was, guys. First off, we watched some amazing Halo. I don't know if I just started at, like, the best possible time, but we started off with watching SSG reverse sweep Sentinels, and then going into the next match, we actually watched Quadrant in dominant fashion against Native Gaming, which was a little heartbreaking because I was super pumped to finally sit down and watch some of the GOAT APG, my favorite Halo player. However, it was not in the fashion that I had hoped it would be. And again, guys, I've been kind of checked out of the HCS just with how busy life has been. So again, it was also very fun to sit down and actually enjoy some HCS, especially with you guys. And then after that match, we actually got to see Rebellion in very dominant fashion against SSG in the winners bracket. And then, of course, we watched Optic versus FaZe in winners, and it wasn't exactly pleasing. If you guys have seen the shorts of me reacting, it was pretty much, it was pretty disappointing. But all in all, guys, it was some very, very good, very fun Halo to watch. And obviously, we have map 1 from the Optic FaZe series here playing in the background. But I want to sum up the it was very, very fun section with it was so, I want to say entertaining to enjoy not only some Halo, but talking about everything going on in the HCS with you guys. Although we've been running the same game, or watching the same game, I should say, in the HCS for, what is this, year 3 now? It is still as exciting as ever with the storylines among the players, the teams, and there's always something spicy going on. I can't tell you how many times people ask me about Complexity and Sparty's situation, which we may or may not be doing another video on, so I won't share my thoughts on that here. But it was just so cool hearing your guys' opinions, hearing your guys' thoughts, and just going through and analyzing a lot of the gameplay with you guys. Shout out everybody that's saying that I should try out commentating, because it was just, dude, it was such a fun time with y'all. I really enjoyed it. It was some amazing Halo, and I wish I could have done Sunday's matches, but you guys know how heartbroken I would have been if I did review Sunday's matches live. But all in all, guys, I am so glad I did it. It was a blast, all copyright and whatnot aside. You guys are literally the best community ever, and just enjoying pretty much my favorite competitive setting ever in esports with you guys was a really great experience, and I'm actually quite upset and disappointed that I have not hosted one sooner, and hopefully everybody that tuned in enjoyed it. If you did miss it, the live is still up on the channel. It's 4.5 hours long. It'd be a great video to throw on and fall asleep to if you're a fan here of me and what I do here on YouTube. But regardless, let's get into the copyright situation. So the reason I haven't hosted an HCS watch party is because I care very much about my channel and the integrity on the channel. I am never one to steal content. I am never one to recycle content. And I want to keep my channel in immaculate copyright status. I've had very, very, very few and minuscule issues on my channel here. So I've always avoided using the HCS on my, especially my live streams. I've done videos and VOD reviews over the gameplay before, but I am very careful about what I put on my live streams because, again, I am a firm believer that your content should be your own content. And obviously, guys, fair use, you know, I'm talking over it. I'm giving my thoughts over it. It creates its own unique content. However, I was still very afraid, especially with what Activision has done to CDL streams in the past, even with affiliated streamers. And again, guys, I guess I should preface this by saying I am not affiliated in any way. Not in Grassroots, no ties to the HCS or anything Halo. I am literally my own entity here, just passionate about Halo, streaming, and everything here on YouTube. So, what actually happened? So far, nothing. I believe we're, 48 hours out roughly since I started Saturday's stream. We have had no issues with the HCS or Halo or 343 or what have you. However, we had one issue of revenue sharing because some small snippet of music likely used, I would imagine, in an ad. I really think the AMD ads that they run have music in it, and although the HCS and 343 is allowed to use their music on the broadcast by way of advertisers, I am not allowed to use it on my stream, and I guess what YouTube does now is it automatically defaults to revenue sharing. So basically, that 15 to 30 seconds of music that played on my live stream, I have to then split all of my revenue 50-50 with the company that owns the music. And again, I'm not tweaking. This happens anytime you use anybody else's work that you don't have permission to on any piece of content that you make on the internet. That's perfectly fine. It's insane that it's a 50-50 split for 15 to 30 seconds on a 4.5-hour live stream, but it is what it is. I don't make that much money here to really be tweaking about that. Frankly, guys, I think it would have been like $1.15. However, if you are not familiar with the YouTube tools, I'm very upfront with what happens behind the scenes here, guys. You can automatically have YouTube select and mute the sections that are causing any copyright issues. So that's what I did. I just muted the segment. So if you watch it through anywhere that song played, it is obviously muted. And I mean, like, it's not to take the work out of it, but it's like just to keep my revenue status where it needs to be. Because again, I do not make much to be doing this here on YouTube, guys. So it's like I'm not trying to lose any revenue that I feel like I personally earned. So that is the outcome of it. And although I call it a copyright issue, it wasn't really an issue. It's kind of just an in all fairness situation because there was no restrictions, no issues. I didn't get struck. I didn't get claimed, which is when they basically say, hey, he's using my content. I deserve all of that money. It just automatically defaulted to revenue sharing. So if you guys hope to host something with the HCS or something like that in the future, that's likely what you will run into is you will just get bagged for music. I've actually had this happen once before. They released a channel trailer for upcoming content coming out, and I was an idiot and left the sound on, and same thing. Although Halo and 343 will not claim it, or revenue share it or anything, the owner of the music that is being used in the content will actually come to you and basically just either, well, I think it got claimed that one time I did it, but this time, again, it defaulted right to the revenue being shared. So that's everything that happened copyright-wise. So in reality, I didn't really have that much to be nervous about. I could be a little bit more careful in the future to avoid this music popping up on stream. So that's probably what I will do when or if we host another watch party here, guys. And all in all, to wrap up this above-average watch party stream recap, I will say I'll definitely be hosting another one, guys. It was so, I can't put into words how much fun it was just enjoying some Halo with y'all. I ended up getting the Optic jersey out, putting the Optic hat on, and just being a meme and ripping it off after they lost to FaZe here again after the series that we're watching in the background. But it was a really, really fun weekend of HCS, guys. It was so much fun sharing some with you, and I do look forward to hosting some more watch parties. I'd love to get some permission from somebody on Twitter just to make me feel better about doing it, because again, it scares me a lot with how clean I keep my channel copyright-wise, where I really don't want to run into any issues potentially down the road. But as of now, that's all the issues that we've had happen, and the amount of fun that it was here with you guys and the small, medium, some people would even consider it large community we have here on the channel. It was an absolute blast, man. So I figured I'd do this little recap video because I'm sure a lot of you were watching the main streams getting your drops, or some of you were just curious how the watch party went and you don't want to watch the 4.5 hours. That's what this video was for. If anybody is a YouTuber or something and has any other questions about copyright issues or something, feel free to comment down below. But more importantly, comment below if you want to see more above average watch parties. Let me know, guys. But outside of that, subscribe, leave a like, leave whatever comment you want, and then channel memberships and super thanks. I briefly talked about money in the background here, but I do work a day job, guys, and that's where the majority of my money comes. But if you guys would like to buy a membership or donate or anything of that nature, it helps you out a lot with my grind as a content creator on the side, and I appreciate it ever so much, guys. But please do not feel like you have to. Again, just a dude here, not affiliated with Halo, that's passionate about making content in his bedroom. So that's all it is, guys. So thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for all the support lately, especially on the watch stream. And let me know if you want to see some more, guys. And that does it from me. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.